Think about your day. You wake up, brush your teeth with toothpaste made hundreds of miles away, and check your phone assembled from parts made across the globe. Our modern lives depend on a complex web of interdependence where goods and services flow freely across borders. This intricate dance of trade, rooted in the principles of absolute and comparative advantage, allows us to enjoy a standard of living unimaginable just a few decades ago. Let's start with a simple concept: absolute advantage. Imagine two bakers, Alice and Bob. Alice can bake 10 loaves of bread an hour, while Bob can only bake 5. In this scenario, Alice has an absolute advantage in bread baking. She's simply more efficient. This advantage might stem from better equipment, more practice, or natural talent. Now, let's introduce another baker, Carol. Carol is a passionate and skilled baker who has been perfecting her craft for years. She loves the art of baking and takes pride in every loaf of bread she creates. Carol can bake 8 loaves of bread an hour, putting her between Alice and Bob. Her technique is meticulous, and she ensures each loaf is baked to perfection, with a golden crust and soft, fluffy interior. While Alice still holds the absolute advantage in bread baking, Carol has a comparative advantage over Alice in a different area, making cookies. Carol's cookies are renowned for their delightful taste and perfect texture. Let's say Alice can bake 100 cookies an hour, while Carol can bake 150. Carol's efficiency in cookie baking is unmatched, and her cookies are always in high demand. Although Alice bakes more bread than Carol, Carol sacrifices fewer loaves of bread for every cookie she makes. This means that Carol can produce cookies at a lower opportunity cost compared to Alice. This is her comparative advantage. She gives up less of one good to produce another. By focusing on what she does best, Carol can maximize her productivity and contribute more effectively to the bakery's overall output. This principle of comparative advantage is crucial in understanding how individuals and businesses can optimize their resources and achieve greater efficiency. This difference in comparative advantage opens the door for specialization and trade. If Alice focuses solely on baking bread and Carol focuses solely on baking cookies, they can then trade with each other. This way, both Alice and Carol get to enjoy more bread and cookies than if they each tried to bake both goods themselves. Section 5. Trading our way to prosperity. The principle of comparative advantage extends far beyond baking. It's a fundamental concept that drives the global economy. It applies to individuals, businesses, and even entire nations. By focusing on what we do best, we can create more value and efficiency. When we focus on what we do best and trade with others who excel in their respective areas, everyone benefits. This specialization allows us to produce goods and services at a lower cost and higher quality. Think about it. Would you rather try to build your own computer, grow your own food, and sew your own clothes? These tasks require specific skills and knowledge that take time to develop. Or would you rather specialize in one area, become highly skilled in it, and then trade your expertise for other goods and services you need? This way, you can enjoy the benefits of high-quality products and services without spreading yourself too thin. Specialization allows us to become experts in our chosen fields, leading to innovation and progress. By getting really good at what we do, we can offer something of great value to others. And in return, we can trade our skills for all the other things we need. This exchange creates a network of interdependence, fostering cooperation and mutual prosperity. Through trade, we build connections, share resources, and ultimately create a more prosperous world for everyone. Section 6. From individuals to nations, trade on a larger scale. Trade is not just a local phenomenon. It extends far beyond the borders of individual communities and even countries. Just as individuals benefit from specialization and trade, so do nations. When countries engage in trade, they open up a world of opportunities for economic growth and development. When countries focus on producing goods and services for which they have a comparative advantage and trade with other countries, they can consume more than they could if they tried to produce everything themselves. This principle of comparative advantage allows nations to maximize their efficiency and productivity. Take coffee and cars, for example. These are two products that are essential in many people's daily lives. Some countries are better suited to growing coffee thanks to their favorable climates and rich soils. These countries can produce coffee more efficiently and at a lower cost, while others excel at manufacturing cars. These countries have the technology expertise and infrastructure to produce high-quality vehicles. By specializing and trading, both countries can enjoy both delicious coffee and reliable transportation. This exchange not only benefits the countries involved, but also enhances the quality of life for their citizens. Through trade, nations can access a wider variety of goods and services, often at lower prices, leading to increased consumer satisfaction and economic prosperity. Moreover, international trade fosters global cooperation and understanding. It creates interdependencies that can lead to more stable and peaceful international relations. By working together and trading, countries can build stronger economic ties and mutual respect. In conclusion, trade on a larger scale is a powerful engine for economic growth and development. It allows nations to leverage their strengths, access a broader range of products, and improve the standard of living for their people. The benefits of trade extend far beyond mere economic gains, contributing to a more interconnected and harmonious world. Section 7, Free Trade, the path to global prosperity. This brings us to the concept of free trade, the unrestricted flow of goods and services across borders. Free trade, facilitated by agreements and policies that minimize barriers like tariffs and quotas, allows countries to fully realize the benefits of comparative advantage. When nations freely exchange goods and services, it leads to greater global prosperity. Section 8. Conclusion, embracing a world of interdependence. In conclusion, our world thrives on interdependence. The principles of absolute and comparative advantage demonstrate that by specializing in what we do best and embracing free trade, we can all benefit from a richer, more prosperous world. So the next time you enjoy a cup of coffee from a distant land or use a phone assembled with parts from across the globe, remember the power of trade and the interconnectedness that makes our modern lives possible.